Here we are again, so let's just keep moving forward to chapters 4 and 6 in this context. Now, after the initial gospel proposal, renunciation of possessions, reception into the brotherhood, and the pattern of prayer, we turn now to look at the relationships among the brothers. We begin with the relationship of the minister, that is the one who's in charge, to the other brothers, and vice versa. Here, in these relationships among brothers, we get to the heart of the gospel life. And the heart of gospel life is how we treat each other. Pope Francis points out that today, our postmodern, globalized world weakens development and stability of personal relationships, including the relationships of spouses. So the Pope emphasizes gospel mission is to build bridges among persons. Gospel mission is to treat the other, our neighbor, as we would like to be treated, even to the extent we are ready to take risks for difficult face-to-face encounters. There's already his famous phrase, we reach out to those in need, even to the extent we end up smelling like the sheep in need. Can you imagine a world where such quality relationships would be the norm? The Pope also applies this principle to the inner life of the church. He laments that some Christians are no longer content to live as part of a greater church communion, but choose instead inner circles of exclusivity. And he laments the way laypersons, the greatest majority of the church, are often excluded in active decision-making. And especially in some local churches, and in his own curie as well. Why this exclusion? He responds because of excessive clericalism. I believe Pope Francis catches the spirit of chapters 4 and 6 of the earlier rule. That is about the mutuality of relationships between those who possess authority and those who do not. In both cases, both are brothers. That is the primary relationship of all of us. So the kind of mutual correction the text of the rule recommends cannot happen except in genuine human encounter, free of power and control. Now, the Pope acknowledges that to arrive at such mutuality, it takes time. It does not happen quickly. He nevertheless insists it is, however, gospel imperative. We are all responsible for the correction and the spiritual care of each other. He utilizes the principles of chapter 4 and 6 to address all human relationships that exclude others, both outside and within the church itself. Even in his own Roman Curie, he calls for the less centralization of power and control.